Hector Salazar might be in Cobra Kai Season 6, and here's how. If you're unaware, Hector Salazar is the estranged father of Miguel. He had no idea that Miguel even existed or was his son, so when Miguel saw him in Mexico, he had no idea that he was talking to his son the whole time, or that he was even a father. This is why he had absolutely no reason to return to the valley. Until now. If you think I'm going to say that Hector randomly finds out that Miguel is his son and rushes back to the valley to find him, then you couldn't be further from the truth.
Congratulations, you should be ashamed of yourself.
I believe his involvement, if any, in the season will be down to the Sekai Tekai and have nothing really to do with Miguel. This is because Hector owns a fighting club back in Mexico, and potentially that means that he actually has a group of people that fight. He did have MMA fighters, but supposing he has some kind of junior division in his fighting club, they would all be eligible to fight in the Sekai Tekai, and therefore maybe he might enter this group into the tournament. There's two ways that this could pan out. The first possibility is that when all the competitors are checking into the Sekai Tekai, there's a group of students in some fancy gis or something, led by a man who is their trainer. And one of the students makes a comment about the costumes, saying, wow, they look like wrestling costumes, or that's a flashy uniform. And then Miguel is made aware of this and looks and finds out that the man leading them is Hector Salazar, his long-lost father. The second possibility is that during the preliminary rounds, or kind of the fight scenes in the tournament, there's a student that wins and then is congratulated by Hector Salazar. Miguel glances over and sees this and then is really shocked and surprised, similarly to how Daniel was when Terry Silver arrived in Season 4. There are other possibilities for his involvement in Season 6, such as him being one of the main sponsors for the Sekai Tekai, because he must have a lot of money from his years of crime and dodgy underground work, and also he is interested in fighting, so he might be willing to invest in something like that. However, I feel the second possibility would be the most fitting for the season. There's some fights going on, and then when someone wins, Hector Salazar congratulates them, and Miguel sees that it's his father who congratulates the student. If Carmen was there to support Miguel and then happened to see Hector, would he go over and speak to him? Would he notice her? And would things get physical? If things were to get physical, would Miguel see this and would he try and put a stop to it? Or would it happen when he's completely unaware and then he would just see Carmen battered and bruised and then put two and two together and then go and confront Hector? Would Hector and Miguel see each other, and would Hector remember him from Mexico and kind of be surprised but also glad to see him? If Hector and Miguel did meet, would Miguel accidentally tell him that he's his father? And how would Hector react to this? Maybe Miguel could see him and accidentally say dad, and then Hector would be surprised and say, why are you calling me dad? And finally, would Johnny see Hector and Miguel? Maybe Hector gets angry with Miguel and is about to attack him, and then Johnny steps in and tries to save him or stand up for him, and we'd get an epic fight between Hector and Johnny. And maybe they'd even fight over Carmen. Johnny getting Carmen pregnant would probably enrage Hector, and it would make him even more annoyed, especially if he found out that Miguel was his son. He would probably resent Carmen for not letting him be a part of Miguel's upbringing, and also have resentment towards Johnny because he'd feel like he has no business being with his ex-wife. I don't think Hector would act out of lost feelings for Carmen, but rather for his pride and his ego, because he believed that she would never find anyone better than him. He might also want to prove himself as the alpha by beating up Johnny. Also, will the baby be born in Season 6? And if so, what will they call the baby? And will it be a boy or a girl? So many questions for Season 6. All I know is that Hector being in Season 6 and a fight between Hector and Johnny would be such an awesome thing and would be really great to see. But let me know what you guys think. Will Hector return in Season 6? And if so, will his role be to do with the Sekai Tekai or in other affairs? Also, what other characters from Karate Kid series or Cobra Kai previous series could show up also in the future season? And if you want me to do a follow-up on this or attempt to answer some of the questions that I raised in this video, your thoughts are all welcome in the comments below. Until next time, it's been your main man, Maniac, and remember to stay amazing. Bye.